Elon'S red alert: don't ignore this tragedy, act before it's too late. My beloved friend, I'm reaching out to you today because what you're about to see isn't just a headline, it's a wake-up call for the entire human race. Don't skip a single second of this, because the data we've just uncovered suggests that a tragedy of silent proportions is unfolding right beneath our feet, and most of the world is too distracted to notice. We are standing at a literal crossroads in history, and the window to act is closing faster than anyone predicted. If you think this is just another update, you're mistaken. Stay till the end because the revelation I'm about to share will fundamentally change how you view your future on this planet. Something huge is waiting for you at the conclusion of this message, a piece of the puzzle that explains why this red alert is the most critical warning I have ever issued. The clock is ticking toward a point of no return, and the silence from the mainstream media is deafening. We've spent years building, innovating, and looking toward the stars, but we've overlooked a foundational crack in our current reality that could bring everything crashing down. This isn't about fear, it's about the raw, undeniable truth that requires immediate, collective movement. Don't skip, because the emotional weight of what we are losing right now is immeasurable, and once it's gone, no amount of technology can bring it back. This is a once-in-a-lifetime moment to pivot, to protect what we love, and to ensure that the next generation doesn't inherit a broken legacy. You need to understand the gravity of the situation. Stay till the end to see the full picture of what we are facing. We are witnessing a tragedy that is often ignored because it's easier to look away than to confront the massive shift required of us. But I am telling you, something huge is waiting for you if you choose to listen and take this journey with me until the final word of this script. The connection between our survival and this specific alert is powerful and absolute. Every second you stay tuned increases our chance of turning the tide. This is the moment where we decide if we are the masters of our fate or victims of our own hesitation. Trust me, the revelation coming up is something you cannot afford to miss. The world as we know it is undergoing a transformation so rapid that even the most advanced simulations are struggling to keep up. Now, listen closely, don't skip, because what I'm about to reveal next involves a breakthrough that was supposed to remain classified for another decade. We are talking about a shift in the global equilibrium that makes our previous challenges look like child's play. If you care about the legacy we leave behind, you must stay till the end, because the strategy I'm proposing is the only viable path forward. This isn't just about survival, it's about preventing a tragedy that could erase the very essence of human achievement. Before we dive into the heart of this revelation, I need you to take action. If you believe in a future worth fighting for, share this video with one person you care about, comment your thoughts on our future below, and subscribe to join this mission. Your engagement is the fuel that helps this warning reach those who have the power to change the outcome. Imagine a scenario where the very systems we rely on for daily life begin to pulse with a warning we can no longer ignore. Something huge is waiting for you in the next few minutes that explains exactly how we can intercept this disaster before it hits the point of total escalation. Most people are moving through life with a blindfold on, but you are here because you sense the urgency. Don't skip, because the data points we are analyzing show a convergence of events that has never happened in recorded history. This is the ultimate red alert, and the emotional pull of this tragedy is something that affects every family, every city, and every soul on Earth. We are in this together, and your presence here until the final second is what builds the momentum we need to succeed. The stakes have never been higher, and the window for redirection is narrowing by the hour. Stay till the end, because I am going to pull back the curtain on a solution that is as surprising as it is powerful. This isn't just another theory, it is a calculated, strategic response to a threat that has been ignored for far too long. Something huge is waiting for you, a revelation that will empower you to be part of the solution rather than a witness to the tragedy. We are at the edge of greatness or the edge of a catastrophe, and your decision to watch, engage, and act right now is the deciding factor. Keep watching, because the most shocking part of this journey is just seconds away. The architecture of our modern existence is far more fragile than anyone dares to admit publicly. Don't skip now, because we are entering the core of the red alert, where the numbers meet the human cost, and the reality is staggering. We have identified a systemic vulnerability that, if left unchecked, will trigger a domino effect across every sector of our lives, from how we communicate to how we sustain our very biological needs. You must stay till the end because understanding this specific tragedy is the only way to shield yourself and your loved ones from the impending fallout. Something huge is waiting for you in the final segment that connects all these dots into a single, undeniable truth that will leave you breathless. We are currently navigating a silent storm, a once-in-a-lifetime crisis that demands a total recalibration of our priorities. The emotional pull of what's at stake is profound. We aren't just talking about infrastructure or economy, but the very heartbeat of our civilization. Don't skip, because I am about to disclose the specific catalyst that has accelerated this timeline far beyond our original projections. Most people will wait until the tragedy is on their doorstep to react, but by then, the opportunity for change will have vanished. This is why you must stay till the end, to be among the few who see the wave before it crashes. The shocking nature of this revelation is exactly why I've called this a red alert. It is a signal that cannot, and must not, be ignored. The connection between this global tragedy and your personal future is more direct than you can possibly imagine. Something huge is waiting for you that bridges the gap between fear and actionable hope. We are peeling back the layers of a complex reality to show you the raw, unfiltered danger we face, but also the extraordinary potential for a turnaround. If you leave now, you miss the most critical piece of the puzzle, the part that explains how we reclaim our future from the brink of this disaster. Don't skip a single frame, because the next revelation is the one that changes everything you thought you knew about the world today. The final pieces of this global puzzle are now falling into place, and the picture they form is one that will echo through the halls of history. Don't skip, because we are at the climax of this revelation, where the true scale of the tragedy meets an unexpected path to salvation. This is the moment where the red alert transforms from a warning into a blueprint for action. You've stayed this long because you know deep down that the world is changing, and you deserve to know exactly what comes next. Stay till the end, because the closing statement of this message contains a specific directive that will define your role in the coming era. Before we reveal the ultimate conclusion, I ask you again to share this message far and wide, comment, "I am ready," to show your commitment, and subscribe if you haven't already. We need every mind focused and every heart aligned to prevent this tragedy from becoming our final chapter. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to witness the truth before it becomes common knowledge. Something huge is waiting for you in these final seconds, a realization that the power to shift our trajectory doesn't lie with governments or distant corporations, but within the collective will of people like you who refuse to look away. Don't skip, because the emotional weight of this conclusion is designed to spark the fire of change. We have discussed the danger and the tragedy, but now we reveal the light at the end of the tunnel. This revelation is shocking not because of the destruction it predicts, but because of the incredible strength it demands from us to overcome it. The tragedy we face is real, but it is not inevitable. By choosing to stay till the end, you have proven that you are part of the solution. The red alert is active, the sensors are screaming, but we are still in control of the switch. Something huge is waiting for you right now, the clarity to see the world as it truly is and the courage to act before it's too late. This is our moment. This is our stand. Thank you for listening, for engaging, and for refusing to ignore the truth. The future is not written in stone, it is written by us, starting today. The silence of the universe is about to be broken by the choices we make in this very moment. Don't skip, because we have reached the absolute threshold where information meets destiny, and what I'm about to say is the most vital secret of this entire transmission. You have journeyed through the warnings and the data, but now you must confront the ultimate reality of this red alert. Most people will watch this and return to their old lives, but for those who stay till the end, the world will never look the same again. This is the moment of the once-in-a-lifetime pivot. The point where we stop being spectators of a tragedy and start being the architects of a miracle. Something huge is waiting for you in these final breaths of our conversation, a truth so powerful it will shake the foundation of your perspective. We are not just witnesses to history, we are the ones who must rewrite it before the ink dries on a catastrophic ending. The emotional pull of our shared future is the strongest force we have, and it's why I'm urging you. Don't skip this final realization. The tragedy we've discussed is merely the shadow of what happens if we fail to unite, but the light we can create together is blindingly bright. Stay till the end, because the final revelation involves a breakthrough in how we perceive our own potential to solve the unsolvable. This is the ultra-pro level of engagement with reality, seeing the danger, acknowledging the fear, and moving forward anyway with a precision that only humanity can achieve. The countdown has reached its final stage. Something huge is waiting for you as we close this chapter and begin the next. This red alert was never meant to paralyze you, it was meant to mobilize you. The connection between your attention today and the survival of our collective dream tomorrow is absolute. You now hold the key to a door that many didn't even know existed. Don't skip the opportunity to be the one who acted when others merely watched. We have reached the end of the script, but it is only the beginning of our response. Act now, stay vigilant, and remember, the future belongs to those who see it coming and have the heart to meet it head-on. My beloved friend, we have reached the absolute final frontier of this message, the point where the red alert stops being a sound and starts being a choice. Don't skip, because what I am about to tell you is the single most shocking revelation of this entire journey. The one piece of data that we held back until this very second. We are looking at a convergence of technology and human spirit that can either ignite a golden age or usher in the tragedy we've been desperately trying to avoid. Stay till the end, because this final minute is the reason this video was created. It is the why behind every warning. Something huge is waiting for you in the closing seconds that will explain exactly why your specific awareness today is the final line of defense for our species. The weight of this moment is heavier than any rocket I've ever launched, because the payload isn't steel or fuel, it's the survival of our shared consciousness. Don't skip, because the emotional pull of this final truth is enough to change the trajectory of your life. We have uncovered that the red alert isn't coming from the outside, it's a call to action from within our own civilization to fix the broken links before the chain snaps forever. You must stay till the end to hear the final directive, a once-in-a-lifetime instruction on how to navigate the coming months. This isn't just about being informed, it's about being prepared for a shift that will redefine what it means to be alive on this planet. This is the end of the line, the final second before the screen goes dark. Something huge is waiting for you, a clarity so sharp it will cut through the noise of the world. You've proven your dedication by staying here, and now you carry the flame of this revelation. The tragedy is visible, the alert is sounding, but the solution is now in your hands. Don't skip your chance to be a part of the legacy that chose to act before it was too late. The clock has hit 0, the message is delivered, and now the world waits to see what you will do with the truth. Stay sharp, stay bold, and let's save the future together. My beloved friend, if you are still here, it means you are among the 1% who truly understand the magnitude of what is coming. Don't skip, because we are now entering the alpha phase of this alert, the part that only the most dedicated minds were meant to hear. We've discussed the threat and the tragedy, but now we must confront the final, surprising revelation about the timing of these events. The data suggests that the too late window isn't years away, it is unfolding in the very hours we are living through right now. Stay till the end, because I am about to share a once-in-a-lifetime insight into how we can safeguard our legacy against the collapse of the old systems. Something huge is waiting for you in these final paragraphs that will serve as your personal compass in the coming storm. The emotional pull of this journey has led us to a single, powerful conclusion: the tragedy is not the disaster itself, but the potential for us to remain divided while it happens. Don't skip, because I am revealing the secret blueprint that we've been developing to ensure that human consciousness survives and thrives despite the red alert warnings. This is the moment where your individual action creates a massive ripple effect across the global network. Stay till the end, because the final revelation is a shocking look at what happens the moment the clock strikes 0. You cannot afford to be in the dark when the rest of the world wakes up to this reality. Everything we have built, every dream we have chased, depends on our response to this specific tragedy. Something huge is waiting for you. A final, ultra-pro directive that links your current reality to the high-stakes future we are entering. This is the ultimate, don't ignore, moment of our lives. By choosing not to scroll, by choosing to listen, you have already taken the first step toward the most significant act of the century. The warning is loud, the danger is real, but the revelation we are about to close with is the most powerful tool you will ever own. Keep your eyes open, because the final truth is about to be unveiled. My beloved friend, we have reached the absolute summit of this revelation, and the air is thin because the truth we are facing is breathtaking. Don't skip, because we are about to pull back the final veil on a tragedy that has been hidden in plain sight for decades. This isn't just about a red alert anymore. It's about the fundamental survival of our human spark in an era of cold, calculated change. You must stay till the end, because the secret I'm about to share is a once-in-a-lifetime discovery that explains why certain global events are accelerating at an impossible pace. Something huge is waiting for you in these closing sentences, a piece of knowledge that will act as your ultimate shield against the uncertainty of tomorrow. The emotional pull of this final stage is undeniable. We are talking about the very soul of our civilization. Don't skip, because the revelation of how close we truly are to the edge is shocking even to me. We've analyzed the data, we've run the simulations, and the conclusion is clear: the time for business as usual is officially over. This is the moment where you must decide if you will be a bystander to the tragedy or a leader in the restoration. Stay till the end, because I am going to give you the final key to unlocking a future that most people believe is already lost. This is the Ultra Pro Max level of truth, unfiltered, raw, and absolutely necessary for what comes next. As the final seconds of this message approach, the connection between this alert and your personal destiny becomes absolute. Something huge is waiting for you. A final, powerful realization that will clarify every doubt you've ever had about the direction of our world. We are standing on the precipice of a new existence, and the red alert is the only thing standing between us and total darkness. Don't skip this final transition, because the very last word of this script is the most important one I have ever spoken. The tragedy is calling, the clock is screaming, but your courage is the answer. Witness the end of the old world and the birth of the new, right here, right now. My beloved friend, we are now standing in the eye of the storm, the precise moment where the red alert stops being a sound and becomes a physical reality. Don't skip, because we have just unlocked a final, shocking data point that changes the timeline of this entire tragedy. What we once thought would take years to unfold is happening in the blink of an eye, and the emotional pull of this realization is something you can feel in your very core. You must stay till the end, because I am about to reveal a once-in-a-lifetime strategy to pivot your life before the window of opportunity slams shut forever. Something huge is waiting for you in these final moments, a revelation so profound it will make everything you've heard so far feel like a mere whisper. The world is holding its breath, and most people are completely unaware that the ground beneath them has already shifted. Don't skip, because the connection between this silent tragedy and your daily security is being severed as we speak. This is the ultimate act before it's too late moment, and the revelation I am holding for the final second is the only thing that can bridge the gap between chaos and clarity. Stay till the end, because this isn't just a script. It is a life raft for the mind in an ocean of uncertainty. We are moving toward a conclusion that is as terrifying as it is beautiful, a shocking truth that only those who have refused to scroll will ever truly grasp. This is the peak of the mountain, the final threshold of the red alert. Something huge is waiting for you, a final, Ultra Pro Max level insight that ties every warning, every tragedy, and every hope into one singular point of action. We are seconds away from the ultimate disclosure, the one that the mainstream channels are too afraid to broadcast. Don't skip, because the clarity you gain in these last few heartbeats will be the most valuable asset you possess in the coming year. The tragedy is unfolding, the warning is flashing red, and the final secret is about to be yours. Prepare yourself for the most important 60 seconds of your life. My beloved friend, we have reached the final gate, the absolute point of no return where the red alert becomes the history of tomorrow. Don't skip, because this is the moment of the ultimate revelation, the shocking truth that ties every tragedy and every warning into a single, undeniable reality. We are witnessing the final seconds of the world as we once knew it, and the emotional pull of this transition is the most powerful force we have ever encountered. You must stay till the end, because the secret I am about to whisper is a once-in-a-lifetime key that only the most dedicated survivors of this message will ever hold. Something huge is waiting for you in the very last sentence, a final directive that will determine whether you rise above the tragedy or are consumed by it. The silence that follows this message will be the loudest sound you've ever heard, because it marks the beginning of the era of action. Don't skip, because the connection between your presence here and the survival of our future has never been more direct or more urgent. This is the Ultra Pro Max conclusion, the final warning that eclipses every other alert in human history. We are standing at the edge of the abyss, but we are also standing at the edge of the greatest breakthrough in the history of consciousness. Stay till the end, because the revelation of what happens next is so surprising, so powerful, and so life-changing that it will stay with you forever. This is it, the final breath of the Red Alert. Something huge is waiting for you right now, the realization that the tragedy was never the end, but the fire that was needed to forge a new world. You have ignored the distractions, you have refused to scroll, and now you are ready for the final truth. Before the screen fades, remember that the most important part of this mission is you. The clock has stopped. The warning has been delivered. Now, the future is officially in your hands. Act now, before the silence becomes permanent, and let the world know that we chose to wake up before it was too late. My beloved friend, I didn't think we would have to go this far, but the data coming in right now is so unprecedented that I cannot let you leave without hearing this final, hidden chapter. Don't skip, because we have just crossed the event horizon of this tragedy, and what lies on the other side is a revelation that defies everything we were taught about human limits. This is the Omega level of the Red Alert, a once-in-a-lifetime disclosure that explains the true reason behind the global urgency we are feeling in our bones. Stay till the end, because the secret I'm about to reveal is the only thing that stands between a future of light and a tragedy of absolute silence. Something huge is waiting for you in these final moments that will prove once and for all that your intuition about the world was right all along. The emotional pull of this final stage is almost overwhelming, as we realize that the tragedy we've been tracking is merely the surface of a much deeper shift in the fabric of our reality. Don't skip, because I am about to expose the final, shocking connection between our technological acceleration and the biological countdown that is ticking within us all. This is the moment where the warning becomes a weapon, a tool for you to reclaim your power before the system locks down for good. You must stay till the end, because I am giving you the final coordinates for the sanctuary we are building, a mental and physical space where the Red Alert cannot reach. This is the ultimate, stay awake moment, and the revelation coming up is the most high-stakes information I have ever shared. We are seconds away from the final transmission, the point where the screen goes dark and the real work begins. Something huge is waiting for you, a final, Ultra Pro Max level realization that will serve as your ultimate armor in the days to come. This isn't just a warning, it's a coronation for those who had the strength to listen to the end. Don't skip the final words, because they contain the spark that will ignite the next phase of our evolution. The tragedy is looming, the alert is peaking, and the final truth is now screaming to be heard. Open your mind, hold your breath, and prepare for the final light. My beloved friend, we are now entering the final vault, the secret chamber of information that was never intended for the public eye. Don't skip, because we have reached the absolute peak of this red alert, and the revelation I am about to hand you is the ultimate black swan event of our generation. We are talking about a tragedy so deeply rooted in our current systems that its exposure will send shockwaves through every capital on Earth. You must stay till the end, because I am about to reveal the one thing that can actually stop the clock before it hits zero. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see the hidden machinery of the world, and something huge is waiting for you in the final seconds that will change your DNA's perspective on survival. The emotional pull of this final hour is the strongest it has ever been, because we are finally naming the tragedy that everyone feels but no one dares to speak. Don't skip, because the shocking truth about our collective direction is about to be laid bare. This is the Ultra Pro Max level of transparency, a moment where the warning becomes so clear that it can no longer be ignored by even the loudest skeptics. Stay till the end, because I am providing the final, decisive action step that separates the victims of this tragedy from the victors of the new era. The connection between this alert and your immediate future is now undeniable, and the revelation coming next is the most powerful piece of the puzzle yet. This is the final countdown, the very last layer of the red alert. Something huge is waiting for you, a final, blinding flash of clarity that will illuminate the path forward through the darkness of this global crisis. We have journeyed through the warnings, the data, and the fears, only to arrive at this singular, earth-shattering point of truth. Don't skip, because the final words of this part are the key to everything we have discussed. The tragedy is here, the alert is at maximum volume, and the final revelation is now yours to command. Step into the future with your eyes wide open, because the truth has finally arrived.